Where does Ryan Garcia go from here? This is the As Raw walk and talk. What do we take from Ryan Garcia in that performance against Tank? I think it's really hard to take really anything from Tank fights, honestly. I thought, I don't think highly of Rolly Romero as a fighter. I thought he looked good against Tank, right? That was one of his best performances. He got knocked out cold in it. We looked good up until that point. How about Mario Barrios, who I don't rate highly as a fighter? Looked pretty good in that fight. Looked competitive. Got stopped. Esau Cruz, I don't rate highly as a fighter. Good competitive fight. Luis Santa Cruz was undersized. Good competitive fight until it wasn't. I don't know how to rate these fights. Tank says that was the toughest, the best fight he's been in with. I don't know if I really trust what a fighter says after a fight. They could clearly come back and say, well, I didn't mean that. Just the guy happened to be standing right next to me. Right? What was I going to say? I thought I saw things that Ryan did that, didn't allow Tank to really settle in. It's not like Tank found consistent offense in the fight, but every time he landed clean, Ryan went down. It took 2 times and Ryan stopped. What does Ryan do? Who is he? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I think he's extremely talented. I think he has a lot of gifts that guys just don't have, right? Very rare things he can do. But I know people are going to say, well, he has to tighten up his skills. He's got to tighten up all these things. He's got to work on this. I think the biggest problem is not something he can work on. I'm not sure he needs to, tighten up all these things. Of course, he needs to get better, right? Of course, he always got to get better. But I think the biggest problem I walk away from this is durability. And I don't think you can become a great champion, right? An elite fighter without durability. Your defense better be an all-time great defense. And Ryan does not have an all-time great defense. If you're not going to have durability. He might not have durability. It doesn't seem that way. Getting dropped like that to the body. Being dropped twice now when he's been hit clean on the chin. You could have all the power, all the speed in the world. But if you're not durable to take what is coming to you, you will not have a long, successful career. That's just boxing. Everybody was wanting to know about speed, power, reflexes, durability. Durability, being able to stay in there. That's what Tank has. Tank is hittable. We act like Tank's not hittable. He is hittable. The problem is that you never really see him react to it because he's durable. This is a question that a lot of people have for Devin Haney. It's a question I have for Devin Haney. Devin Haney is very talented, one of the best fighters in the world. But is he durable enough to go through some vicious shots when his defense isn't there? Later in fights, we've seen him look a little bit shaky in the fights. Ryan Garcia, we saw the one shaky moment against Campbell. Now we've seen it against Tank. If the durability isn't there for Ryan, durability isn't there for Haney, they're not going to be the elite. They're not going to be the top dogs in any weight division. Ryan's going to 140. He's going to fight guys like Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor. Those guys are animals. They're going to come at you. They're going to look to break you. And you can't just say, oh, I'm going to land and knock them out. So guys they're going to field those shots. They're going to go through them. And they're going to bring their stuff. And in boxing, it's not all what you can give, like Floyd Mayweather says, but it's what you can take. And I have serious questions on what Ryan Garcia could take going forward in his career. We're gonna find out a lot about Ryan Garcia, the next steps moving forward. Is he serious about fighting? A lot of people say he's a celebrity, he's a influencer, he's a YouTube boxer, all these things. We're gonna find out a lot about what's on the inside of Ryan, right? What's in how mentally strong he is, his kind of heart. The warning signs, I think, would be he leaves Goosen. Warning signs would be a long absence for boxing. The warning signs would be he takes easy give me fights. Now, maybe we can give him one. I would hate even one, but maybe give him one. If he does 2, 3, he's not a serious fighter. For everything he said and everything he was trying to prove, he can't allow this one performance to stop everything that he stood for in his boxing game. And if he really wants to get back in there, he really wants to prove he's one of the top dogs, he has the name power now. He's the money man. He can make some stuff happen. what kind of fights is he gonna go get at 140 pounds? Because there's a bunch of guys there, and they don't have the star power he does, but there's a bunch of very credible guys there. And he can't let this one loss deter him. We're gonna find out where he is mentally, where he is in his heart, and what kind of fighter he really is. Because a lot of guys can say, "Oh, they're fighters, right? They're willing to risk it all." There's a lot of talk, but when you're in that position, he's been paid now. Okay, the two major things happened to him in his career. He's been defeated, he's been stopped. So now he has to battle that in his mind, right? He knows what it's like to lose. He knows it's possible to be broken. He knows it's possible for him to be stopped. Second, he's been paid very well. He's got a big payday coming. So he doesn't necessarily have to fight. He's going to be comfortable. We're going to find out who Ryan Garcia is as a boxer, as a fighter, in these next few steps that he makes. I don't know what to make of him, but I do think the durability, there are warning signs there. We shall see. Deuce.